As you all heard, today is our celebration of Memorial Day. It was only fitting as we thought through who would be a wonderful speaker to tell us a little about what the significance of this all means. It's somebody who's walked in the shoes with those that have served. Senator Mike Dugan is a father, a husband, a public servant, a volunteer, somebody who believes in service before self. After 20 years of serving in the United States Army, deploying to over 32 different countries, being in hostile fire combat duties in Bosnia, Iraq, and Afghanistan, he retired as a lieutenant colonel, became a contractor, but was yet called again back to public service for his country. Last 6 years ago, he became a Georgia State Senator and today serves as the Senate Majority Leader for the state of Georgia. Ladies and gentlemen, a man who believes in duty, honor, and country, and lives our values of character above all. Please welcome Senator Mike Dugan.
Thank you for letting me be here today. First thing I'm going to do is what we call in the Senate take a point of personal privilege. I know that you can't do that from the position you're in, but rest. Shake it out. We've all been there in that position before sometime, and I got some pretty important stuff to say, and I'd rather you be conscious while I'm saying it. The second thing is, I've been here for one day, and y'all won a state championship in soccer. Good deal. I'll come back next year for the repeat. It's a privilege to be here today. As you heard, I had the honor of serving our nation for more than 20 years. I understand the difficulty and sometimes fear of giving a portion of your life to serve our nation. But I can say with great confidence that none of us would make that sacrifice if it wasn't for something greater than ourselves. Ultimately, that's what service is. The act of helping or making sacrifices for someone else. Often those people are people that we will never meet. You were each called to be at Georgia Military College, not by chance, but by God's intentional placement. Every day throughout our lives, we have the opportunity to perform the greatest act in the world. That act is simply serving others. I believe that's exactly what each of us is called to do. There are literally millions of men and women who came before us and sacrificed their time, their moments with loved ones, and sometimes their own lives, so that people that they will never know would be able to live freely in this great nation of ours. Soon that baton will be potentially passed to you. Many of you here today will be making a personal decision about how you are called to serve. Some will continue to serve in the military, and whether it's only for a few years or for a full career, you will make a difference. For all of you, there are three things that I really want to stress that I hope will stick with you. The first is that you are here for a reason. There will be times in your journey when you question if you're doing the right thing or if you're really cut out for this important job. The answer is yes. Not everyone was blessed with the strength, the leadership, and heart that it takes to fill your shoes. I'm confident that each and every one of you has been placed in this position for a reason. That reason is because you are part of a very, very few that have the strength and the drive that each of you obviously have, or you wouldn't be here. Secondly, I want to stress that you're never alone. The companionship and support between one another, your loved ones, and from the entire nation will not waver. No matter how independent we are, there are some days we can't get through simply by ourselves. It is important that during these times we remember that we don't have to. We can take solace in the fact that we are never truly alone. Look around at the men and women next to you. The best part of our kind of service is that we have agreed to always have each other's back. Whether that bond is spoken or not, be confident in knowing that you have a friend in everyone here. That camaraderie will continue to grow deeper even as time passes. You are all part of the same team, the same family. Beyond the support of your team, know that you have the support from your family, your friends, and every citizen of this nation. Know that they will worry about you. Know that Those who did not have the opportunity to serve will never fully understand why you do what you do. But most of all, know how proud they are of you. The last point I want to leave with you is to have faith and confidence in yourself. Every day you will be faced with decisions, some that are more challenging than others, and you will continue to grow from each decision you make. During those times, I want you to think of moments like today when you realize just how far you've come. No matter where you are in your journey, you have learned valuable lessons that will help you with every other action you take later in life. Trust yourself and all the knowledge you've acquired, and strive to gain new knowledge each and every day. I hope on this day you'll think of some great leader from our nation's past, and when you do, remember at one point they were sitting in a formation much like the one we are today, and they were asking themselves the same type of questions that you're probably asking yourself. Then move forward with confidence that you have all the skills required to be the great leaders of your time. Your services will never go unnoticed. I want to sincerely thank you for the selfless hearts that you have and for committing yourselves to becoming leaders that our state and our nation so desperately need. Thank you for committing to putting in the hard work required and making the sacrifices required to let others continue to live the lives of peace and tranquility. My time serving in the United States Army was by far the most rewarding professional experience in my life. My hope is that each of you find your own area of passion so that when you are sharing stories with your grandchildren, you can look at them proudly and say, this is what I accomplished. I am proud for what you've already accomplished, and I'm so excited to see what more you have in store. So again, thank you for having me here. It's good to be back among family. Thank you.